Hi, I'm Mrs. Navarre. Thanks for joining me for another Mad Science experiment. Today we're going to do a science experiment called oil and water, and I want to see what happens when we put those two things together. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is we have to make sure that we have all the materials that we need in order to do this experiment. So you need to make sure that you have a piece of wax paper, and you want to have some oil. I like these little condiment cups, and I've got my oil in there. And then you need to have some water. So here's my water. And then I also like having two eyedroppers. So I can use one for the oil and one for the water. You need to have at least one straw. And then another thing that's really handy is to have a little tray so that you can kind of keep your mess in place without it getting everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move my straws out of the way for right now. And what I want to do is I want to start with my water. And I'm going to put about 5 drops of water in the center of my wax paper. So, I mean, I really don't have to count, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you can see there's my water. It's really not doing anything. So what happens if I add the oil to the water? So you want to make predictions. So scientists are always thinking. So make a prediction. What do you think is going to happen when I add add oil on top of the water? So I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in my eyedropper. And again, I'm going to put 5 drops on top, right on top of the drops of water. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see what's happening to the water drop that was there? Can you see what's happening just kind of along the outside? This is why you need to do this experiment on your own so you can get a close-up view of what's really happening. So what I want to do now is I want to see what's going to happen if I blow it with my straw. You can see that bubble of water is kind of moving, but the oil is still back here. So my question is, do oil and water mix? So that's the question you need to answer, and this science experiment kind of helps you with that. So what happens now if I reverse it? What happens if I put the oil first? Okay, so I'm going to do 5 drops of oil this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I have my 5 drops of oil, and now I'm going to add my water on top of it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm observing is, was there a change between what happened when I put the water and then the oil versus putting the oil and then the water? And I don't know if you can really see this close up, but it's kind of got a bubble there where I can see that that's where the water is, and the oil is going along the outside. So I'm going to try blowing it again and see what happens this time. Again, I have that bubble of water that's moving, but the oil, it's kind of like a snail trail. The oil is kind of staying in place. So again, do oil and water mix? So when you do a science experiment, you want to make sure that you're thinking about the process. What's happening? What happened when I added the oil and the water, or the water and the oil? How was it the same? How was it different? Because scientists are always thinking. So try this experiment. It's really fun. It's really cool to just kind of keep blowing and moving it around and seeing, like, this just split. So kind of fun to see what happens with that. So try it. It's a lot of fun. I have some other science videos, so you can check those out. And you can also check the link below. I have a science packet that's available on my Teachers Pay Teacher store if you're interested. So have fun with science. I love it. Thanks.